So this is utter garbage. Let me tell you why and what I change about it. For now, let's take a look at the numbers. Ginzu's Rageblade gives you plus 10 ability power and plus 10 attack speed, with a stacking bonus of 5% more per attack. Anger issues, in exchange for changing all completed normal items into Ginzu's Rageblade, gives the additional effect of granting an extra of 45 magic resist and armor per Ginzu, as well as the additional effect of 1% more attack damage and ability power per 2 attacks. The magic resist and armor aside, which you only really want on melee units, the additional effect reads really good, yet the actual result of it in practice is really less than stunning. Let's take a look at the stats and ability of Twitch for an example. Twitch 1 star has a base attack damage of 70, meaning that every 2 hits he'd gain an additional 0.7 attack damage, giving him 7 after 10 hits, 14 after 20 hits, and so on and so forth. Also, his ability does not scale with ability power. This part of the item effect is wasted on him. Another issue is him not being a melee unit, which also doesn't give any immediate usage of the magic resist and armor. Already you can see most of the stats granted by the item, even with its additional effect, are wasted on him. But what about the attack speed? Seeing as his base attack speed is 0.75, you need roughly 667% additional attack speed to get him to cap out at 5 attacks per second. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and detract the 30% from the 3 Ginzus and also the 85% he'd gain through the use of his ability, resulting in still 552 additionally needed attack speed to reach a cap, meaning he would need a grand total of 110 Ginzu stacks to reach 5 attacks per second. After some testing, this happens mostly around the 8 to 10 second mark, that is to say after about 37 attacks, giving him additionally 45% attack damage with his full capped attack speed. Which is not that bad in a grand scheme of things, but for Twitch it is not as useful as itemizing him normally. All that reads not too bad, but you still need to consider that after 10 to 8 seconds of combat, your front line will mostly be collapsed. Your Twitch probably has no armor penetration, and you won't have killed enemy frontliners at all. Which stands doubly true for anger issue comps, seeing as you're unable to build normal tank items. Meaning that your Twitch will stand exposed without lifesteal at an onslaught of enemies, and that is really something you should not want. But maybe Twitch, as an example, is not convincing enough. So let's take another. Kog'maw. Kog'maw, even though he has less starting attack speed with 0.7, he has an ability that gives him additionally 25% attack speed roughly every 4 hits, considering that he gains 10 mana each attack. Which means, seeing as he needs a total of 715% attack speed, detract the 30% from the Ginzus and taking into consideration he gains 15% attack speed per hit. With 3 Ginzus, he'll need a total of 32 attacks rounded up to hit a 5 attacks per second cap, leaving him with an additional total ability power of astoundingly 17. So he now hits really fast, but he really deals no damage at all. Basically the same problem as Twitch. To hit the nail in the coffin, let's check out a melee unit which could use high attack speed. Nocturne. Nocturne also has a problem, seeing as he has no use for the ability power he'll get using the augmented Ginzus. But at least he can somewhat make use of the armor and magic resistance, seeing as he is a frontliner and he is in direct combat and mostly gets hit. Also he has higher base attack speed with 0.8, and giving him the benefit of the doubt, we'll do the math considering him permanently gaining a 50% attack speed bonus from Kriegsstriker. and the additional 30% from Ginzu's, leaving him at another 554% needed attack speed, or 37 hits to reach the cap, granting him a total attack damage bonus of 57%. So let's come to a conclusion. What can we say after all this math? Mostly that even if we could find the ideal user of this augment, it'll mostly be in vain, take into account how restrictive it is, and how little option you have to build a frontline or a comp at all. What I'd recommend to balance the augment would be to just turn it into a Ginzu's buff like the gold augment Unleash the Beast, and also to turn it into a gold augment. In its current state, this augment has no right to be considered to be taken at all, even less to be acknowledged as a prismatic. Thank you for your patience, if you are still here, and I'd like to wish you a great day.